What's going on, guys? It's the Fake Weeb here, and today I'm going to be breaking down and explaining what happened in Season 4, Episode 1. I want to make this as straight to the point possible. As well, there will not be spoilers after this episode, only spoilers from this episode and before, so just keep that in mind if you haven't caught up. But anyways, without further ado, let's get on to the video. So it starts off with a young boy named Falco who is lying on the floor in the midst of a battlefield as his older brother, Colt, saves him and they both get back to the trenches. Colt then tells the commander, his name is Commander Maggots, saying it's going to be hard taking the enemy's territory without making sacrifices of their own squad. This is because we see the enemy has an armored train, which shoots explosives as it serves the main problem for why they can't advance further. We are then introduced to Falco's buddies, Gabby, Udo, and Zofia. These characters are warrior candidates to inherit the Armored Titan after Reiner. As you guys know, with the Curse of Ymir, Titan shifters only have a lifespan of 13 years, so these are just candidates that might take on the Armored Titan after Reiner has passed. The important character that the episode focuses on more is gonna be Gabby. She seems to be the more talented and determined candidate to inherit the Armored Titan. She also seems to have a perspective where she believes that the Eldians are good, and she wants to save the Eldians living in Marley because, the Eldians living in Marley are actually put into concentration camps. If you look in Paradise Island, everyone there is Eldians like Eren and, Levi, Hanji, basically the whole squad. But some Eldians didn't end up actually going to Paradise Island, and some actually lived in Marley. And yeah, they're just put into concentration camps, and we can actually see what it looks like on Season 3. Grisha Jaeger, he was an Eldian, and he was living in Marley, and you can see that it was just very restricted for him. And it was kind of a terrible life for him, so that's why Eldians in Marley are trying to escape or just try to betray the Marley people. And when they do, they just get punished, or they get sent off to Paradise Island, or they just get eaten by Titans or become a Titan themselves. But yeah, the people of Marley look down on the Eldians, with Eldians being below and kind of them being up. As an example, Commander Maggots and some of the other soldiers in this battle are actually people of Marley, and you can see a clip of the commander blaming the war because of the Eldians.
エルディア人部隊突撃準備を急げ。
それは
なんだエルディア人、お前たちはマーレに忠誠を誓った戦士だろう。我が祖国から栄誉を得るチャンスだぞ。
What I really loved about the episode is just how surreal this whole thing looked, right? The war going on, you can see it just looks so gritty, and just the fear of the soldiers knowing that they're gonna have to die in order for them to, claim Fort Salva and win the war. You can even see some soldiers having suicide bombs strapped to their uniforms, as it just really shows just, the war, just how disgusting and terrifying, knowing that, this is gonna be their last breath on Earth. And, this whole war is happening because of what happened at the Battle of Paradise Island, where, it was Reiner, Zeke, and Bertholdt versus Eren's squad. Back in Season 3. The outcome was Bertholdt died, and now the Colossal Titan belongs to Eren's team, as it resides in Armin, as well as the female Titan is in their possession as well, who we know is Annie back in Season 1, and the Coordinate Titan is also in the hands of the Eldians, so really, Zeke and Reiner are looking very vulnerable from a military perspective. Moving on, Gabby proposes a plan to Commander Maggots, where she can take out the armored train without losing the hundreds of comrades that was just originally just going to rush in. Commander Maggots then accepts her proposal as Gabby proceeds the plan and takes off her uniform to confuse the enemy if she is an Eldian or not. She slowly walks near as the enemy sees her, but they just see her as a lost little girl, they don't know if she's an enemy or not, they don't know if she's an Eldian. They hesitate for a good couple of seconds as Gabby then throws pairs of explosives that take out the armored train and the two watchers on guard. With the train knocked out, everyone is surprised at Gabby, and they begin to now advance as the commander tells everyone to get ready, especially the Titan they have, which is the Jawed Titan. I want to talk about the Jawed Titan for a second, because before in previous seasons, we knew that the Jawed Titan was Yumiru. But with a new Jawed Titan look, we know that, oh shoot, that's not Yumiru, and she's probably dead now, as a character named Galliard has inherited the Jawed Titan after her. We know this because you can hear the commander yelling the name.
ガリアド、急げ。
I'm not going to say specifically who this Galliard is since the anime hasn't touched upon that. So all we know is that that's his name, as we hear the commander calling him. And yeah, we also see the Cart Titan, which was last seen in the Battle of Paradise with Zeke in Season 3. And then next was a pretty badass scene where Eldians are dropped off of Zeppelin, where they later transform into Titans in midair. These could be people of Eldians who betrayed Marley and were treason with this punishment. Remember that scene where Grisha Jaeger was sentenced to become or get eaten by a Titan back in Season 3? I'm thinking it's like those type of people, and this is what they had to do for betraying Marley, and this is their punishment. But yeah, moving on, these Titans land and kill off the enemies, as well as Reiner and the Jawed Titan fight alongside with them. But what's important is that during this battle, the enemy actually seems to have an artillery that can go and shoot through Reiner's armor. This can symbolize the strength of the military and how stronger their weapons have been and how they just developed throughout the years, which brings out a huge deal for, hey, you know what? The Titan era has kind of changed, and now, the military has kind of got this stronger and easier fight against Titans, or maybe Reiner is just getting weaker due to his lifespan running short, but I don't think it's that. I really do think that the military has improved. Nonetheless, they claim Fort Salva, and Zeke later on lands and transforms into the Beast Titan to take out the last remaining enemies, who are the water forces. He throws rocks towards the ships, but the water forces actually surprisingly shoots back as Reiner quickly protects Zeke and sacrifices his own Titan armor. Then Zeke throws another debris at them as he completely wipes out the water forces, and the war that was going on for 4 years has officially ended with this victory, as later on a peace treaty is signed between the Mid-East Alliance, who were the enemies, and the Marley, as everyone in the towns hear about it on the newspapers as they cheer happily with celebration. Nearing the end of the episode, the camera angle then shoots over to a specific person in a suit with a hat that looks like a typical Marley citizen, but from what I see, it definitely looks like Jean in the disguise reading the newspaper, which tells us that, hey, Eren's squad has left Paradise Island and are living somewhere in Marley. So that's it. The episode ends there, and let me tell you, I enjoyed this episode so much. I thought the animation from Mappa looked amazing, and obviously, it's really CGI and animated, which can be for better or for worse. I personally think it looks awesome, and the characters look so just real too, and I really do appreciate Mappa for what they've done, and I really do have high hopes for season 4. So yeah, if this video helped you out, I'd really appreciate if you could drop a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel. You don't have to, but if you want. But anyways, it's been Fake Weeb, and I'm out. Peace.